Have you heard the expression a family tree? Do you know your family tree, and could you write down all of your relatives in English? Today I'm going to show you my family tree and talk about the titles for each member of the family. I've made this diagram. I am going to take a photo of this and then put it up on the screen to make it a bit easier for you to look at. We can zoom in on each level as I talk about it. I think most of you know words like brother, sister, husband, wife, and parents. Parents are your mother and father. So I'm going to explain different branches of the family tree and what each relative is called in English. So down at the bottom you can see me and my husband Gavin, and we have 3 children. So they are on the family tree at the bottom. I have 2 brothers. So brother number 1 has a wife. My brother's wife is called my sister-in-law. Family members with in-law after them are those who are related to you by marriage. So in-laws could be someone who married a member of your family, or they could be the relatives of your spouse. So my in-laws are those who married members of my family, or they are my husband's family members. I hope that's not too confusing, but an in-law is a relative by marriage. So my brother's wife is my sister-in-law. My husband's sister is also my sister-in-law. My brother and his wife have a son and a daughter. The son is my nephew. The daughter is my niece. Let's look at brother number 2. Brother number 2 has a partner and they have a son. That son is, of course, my nephew. When we say partner, that word is used for male or female partners. It means someone in a long-term relationship who is not married. So if you are in a long-term relationship, you may feel that you don't really want to call your partner your girlfriend, because girlfriend suggests a short-term relationship. So after a while, you might decide to use the term partner. If someone refers to their partner, it's indicating that they are in a serious long-term relationship. If we go up a generation on the family tree, you can see my parents there, and both of my parents have several brothers. My mum has 3 brothers, my dad has 3 brothers and 1 sister. My parents' brothers are my uncles. And this is the same on both sides of the family. My mum's brothers and my dad's brothers, they are all my uncles. If they are married, their wives are my aunties. This word changes depending on which part of England you are in. The pronunciation can be auntie or auntie, also aunt or aunt. And children usually address their uncles and aunties by saying uncle first name. So Uncle John or Auntie Sarah, for example. You say the title followed by the first name. As adults, we don't use that so much, but as children, we would refer to our aunties and uncles with their title and first name. If you look at this side of the family tree, you can see that my dad's sister is married. Her husband is also my uncle. So aunties and uncles have the same title regardless of which side of the family they are on, and regardless of whether they are blood relatives or marriage relatives. And the children of my aunts and uncles are my cousins. Here they are on the family tree. Going back further We go higher up on the family tree and you can see my grandparents. I've given examples of different names for grandparents. These are interchangeable, so some children say Nana, some say Grandma. You can use either of those. You could also say Granny, Gran, Nan. There are lots of different ways to refer to your grandmother, except hardly anyone uses grandmother because that would be very formal. It's the same with grandfather. Grandfather is quite formal. Not many children would say that, but they would say granddad or grandpa. The brothers and sisters of your grandparents are your great uncles and great aunties or great aunts. You can see here I've put my grandpa's brother on the family tree. He is my dad's uncle and my great uncle. And the final generation I've added here is my great grandparents. So one generation above my grandparents, this is my grandparents' parents. They are my great grandparents. And the further back you go, the more times you add the word great. So if we go back even further, I would have my great great grandparents, then my great 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 grandparents. Hopefully this is not too confusing so far. I'm now going to add in step families. If you marry someone who already has children, those children become your stepchildren. So if you marry someone who has children from a previous marriage, perhaps they are a widow or divorced, those children then become your stepchildren. You will be their stepmother or stepfather, more casually referred to as stepmom or stepdad. If you already have children before you get married, then your children and your stepchildren will be step siblings, so stepbrothers or stepsisters. So the word step just means related by marriage. If there are any other family relationships that you'd like me to explain, any words you've heard in English that you don't understand, please ask me in the comments so I can explain them. See you tomorrow. Bye.